I was a wild child. I liked to play outside and, run around and just get dirty, and my mom hated it.
She was a tomboy. She liked to play with bugs and in the dirt and outside and played Pokemon with her friends.
When I was about 8 years old was the first time that it happened. And for the longest time, I thought that something was wrong with me and that it was my fault. And I kept it quiet for a very, very long time. And finally, when I was 13 years old, I got the strength to say, no more. I'm not going to do this anymore.
Ashlyn's story was abuse within her family by her stepfather. The abuse was a family secret that no one talked about. When Ashlyn finally told about the abuse, Mom had difficulty in believing.
I didn't know what to feel. I didn't know what to do. I first got a phone call what was going on, and K-Sark's number was given to me. And that if I had any questions, I could call Kim. And boy, she was there, and I had so many questions. I saw Kim for a while. We went through how the girls would be feeling, how the other kids in the house would be feeling, what I could do to help them. After I finished with Kim, I decided that I'd like to keep going, and I started seeing Lorraine, and she's just been wonderful. There's nothing I feel like I can't talk to her about. We've worked really hard on the letter that I wrote to Ashlyn. Dear Ashlyn, I'm writing you this letter because I wanted to apologize to you for not doing the right thing when you told me about Dad sexually touching you. I want you to know that you did the right thing when you told me about the wrong touching. I am very proud of you for doing the right thing. You have a sense of justice and are always trying to do the right thing. I admire that in you. I love you, Mom.
That letter really means a lot to me. I'm really happy that my mom and I and my sister have all been able to be helped through K-Sark.
I think one of our most crucial moments was where she realized she wasn't to blame for the abuse or for what the family had experienced.
It was probably about my 6th week into going to the treatment at K-Sark, and Marianne finally got to me because she said she felt like I was harboring so much guilt for what had happened. And that made me break down because I felt so guilty my entire life. Marianne completely changed my view of the world.
The one thing that stands out to me about Ashlyn's story is just the fact that she ended the silence, that she was able to talk about what had happened to her. She was able to share her experience, and not only with me, that she's able to share it with others as well now. I mean, that's just amazing.
I realized that if my story could maybe help somebody else, even if it was just one person, that it would make a difference to that person, and that's what matters, because K-Sark made such a difference in my life. I'd like to help somebody else in return. Once you find your voice, you're never going to lose it again.